Benvenuti a tutti o bentornati a Open Source Week. Oggi abbiamo un ospite speciale direttamente da Nextcloud, casa madre, direttamente dalla Germania. Abbiamo Victoria Elvert. Adesso passiamo in inglese perché lei ci racconterà qualcosa di molto interessante. Hello Victoria,
Ciao
welcome.
Matteo.
Oh, ciao Matteo, super. You speak a little bit of Italian maybe,
Just
or
a
we
bit.
can a little bit. Okay. If you want, I can ask my question in Italian language, or you prefer in English?
I think English is easier for me.
Okay. Very good. Okay. We like also to have some joke. The first question is this, just to start. Who is Victoria Elbert?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me here today. My name is Victoria, and I'm working for the sales team at Nextcloud, and I'm responsible for the region Spain and Italy. For some time now, I've been working with Matteo and ITServiceNet, and I appreciate their work in the open source community and promoting Nextcloud as our partner in Italy. I think it is great to have such a partner on board when it comes to data sovereignty.
Oh, very good. So a good presentation also of ITServiceNet. Thank you very much. I not present myself because there are other speech in which I talk about myself. Let's go to something more interesting. For example, do you have some success story about Nextcloud in Europe? Maybe that happened in 2021. Some case history to tell about.
Yes, I do. And I really like that success story because, yeah, as we all know, in Europe and the whole world has been struggling with the pandemic now for, yeah, nearly the last 2 years. And I'm extremely proud that we from Nextcloud do not only support governments like France, Germany, Luxembourg, or Brazil with our solution, but also the health industry and the health sector. And this is the success story I can share with you today, which is from a Dutch trainingshospital, the Ziekenhuis Group Twente, and the short name of it is ZGT. And the hospital has two locations and three smaller clinics in the province of Twente in the Netherlands. They work with a variety of other academic hospitals and have strong experience in oncology, complex diabetes, or obesity. The hospital provides important care in the region with some 390,000 inhabitants. The IT team of the hospital found themselves confronted with employees and management asking for public cloud solutions. Most of them had used such solutions already in their private life and loved the functionalities they provided. Employees, in their need for a solution, even started using different, sometimes even illicit platforms to share documents internally and externally. For several reasons, especially concerning compliance and security issues, this was a huge threat to the ZGT. Their healthcare data is very, very valuable and can be compared to digital gold. In order to attack this problem, 2 years ago, CGT decided to implement Nextcloud. But why did they decide themselves to use Nextcloud? So, one important issue was and still is the digital sovereignty that has this high significance for the CGT. As I just said, it's really the digital gold they have, all their data. And Nextcloud fits perfectly into this as it can easily be deployed in house, considering all legal regulations that apply to hospitals and sensitive health data. Due to the on premise installation, even audits can be easily managed. Another aspect of CGT to decide for Nextcloud as their solution were the costs linked to the project. Those were considerably lower with Nextcloud in comparison to big US competitors. Nextcloud, as open source software, even brought the huge advantage of vendor independence with it. The CGT This gives CGT the freedom to work with the best solution rather than being stuck with one company or even the big tech giants. The IT team of CGT tests all features before rolling them out to the 7 departments that are using Nextcloud at the moment. The idea is to limit support needs and have the best experience for the users. The product speaks for itself, which leads to the positive effect that more and more employees within the organization would like to use Nextcloud, and there wasn't even any marketing at all. So, Nextcloud is generally well known and news spread fast. So, employees read about news, the new features we provide within a version and everything. So, they come to the IT team and ask if they could use all these new features. And this actually got to a kind of a problem for the IT team, but it's really a luxury problem because they have to ask their employees to slow down and not to use everything of the product we provide, but just step by step so they can manage it easily from behind. So, but what is CGT using at the moment actually? They use several features concerning file sharing and collaboration. For example, OnlyOffice is used to work jointly on documents, but also to use speech recognition for note taking. Circles is a really popular feature, enabling users to create their own group, which then can be used for any sharing purpose, like files or chat messages via Talk. Also, OCR integration in combination with Elasticsearch is an important feature to scan through documents. This is really crucial and important as this facilitates to find information, especially in an emergency situation when people become nervous anyway. And then it needs to be really easy, quick, and efficient to find the information needed. CGT compared their way they worked with Nextcloud with other hospitals, and the IT team realizes that especially the good cooperation between us and our partners worked really well, and that we were able to talk to each other and to evolve the product even further. And one next step for Nextcloud at CGT is going to be the rollout to the whole organization so everyone within the hospital can use Nextcloud.
I think this is really a case history very interesting. I think in every Europe, in every country of Europe, this can happen, and I hope that also in Italy.
Me
But
too.
I have now I have one question that I don't know if you can answer, but it's so interesting. We thought about digital sovereignty. We thought about a cloud that is private. Data and metadata that are in your server are very important. And we are talking about some project that in Europe has a name. The name is Gaia X.
Yeah.
Do you have something to say to me about this project? And if in some way maybe Nextcloud is involved in this?
hmm Yes, we actually are. And we're really proud about this that we're taking part in Gaia X, which, for everyone, is a European project presented in 2019 to work on a digital ecosystem to facilitate the sharing of data. And with its 300 members from many different countries, Gaia X was in the need of a platform for its digital collaboration. And so we were working with them from the beginning on, and supporting open technology is a defined core element in the guidelines of Gaia X. And therefore, they decided to use Nextcloud as an open source software rather than, for example, Microsoft. Nextcloud is the European developed and hosted collaboration platform that is flexible and can integrate well with other tools. And all this were elements that were really important to Gaia X. And so therefore we made a perfect match. And Nextcloud facilitates the extensive cross-organizational collaboration in a really secure and compliant way. Personally, and from Nextcloud perspective in general, it is great to see how the software is established within Gaia X. And for example, in June this year, the board of directors was elected with Nextcloud Pulse as their voting system. And I think that is a really interesting use case how Nextcloud can be established within an organization. All in all, the Gaia X members use a lot of features within Nextcloud Hub. So it's about file sharing, the use of a chat component and talk, but also, for example, the video calls, also via the platform talk. We do have a Kanban board, which supports the team further to receive a general overview of their projects and to focus on open tasks they have. To make it a round process, the calendar is used further to invite each other to meetings, including even external members, if that is needed. And all news that happened since the last time you logged into Nextcloud, you can easily find them in your personalized dashboard. This is something the users really appreciate. All in all, we are really proud to be part of the Gaia X project and being able to support the building of a European alternative to hyperscalers. And therefore, we're working closely with companies like Ionis and Deutsche Telekom to offer a Gaia X compatible infrastructure with Nextcloud on top.
Very interesting. Okay, we talk about also Ionos and others. We are in touch, of course, with them as partners here in Italy. But till now we have talked about what happened and what is happening. But we became partners now 2 years ago, and Nextcloud was not called the Nextcloud Hub. From that moment, it became Hub, a sort of platform full of features, full of new possibilities and personalizations that are always open through the API. What I want to ask, just to close this speech, is what about the future? And maybe you can do some preview of what will happen in 2022 in Nextcloud.
I'd like to. Yes, so the big picture and the overall goal is going to be to make Nextcloud smarter and use artificial intelligence as, this is the key to get our software solution even better. And there are already some smart features within Nextcloud, and for sure there are going to be more to come with every new release. And this is also where I'm looking forward to, that we're going to release the version 23 in a really short time. For Nextcloud 23, all components of Nextcloud Hub will receive new features that will boost collaboration. First of all, the synchronization of our bulk upload is going to be 10 times faster. With the version 23, we will also offer a public profile page where every user can exactly decide what to share with the public. Also, for our admins, we have a great feature making their lives far easier. We implement the possibility for admins to delegate certain functionalities instead of making someone an overall system admin. Within Groupware, we added some intelligent features that sets your status automatically, meaning that you can be busy within a call and your team members can see in your status that you are not available at the moment. Further improvements have been made in the calendar. This is also my personal highlight, as there is now the opportunity to share free slots within your calendar so a meeting can be easily booked. Also, Nextcloud Talk has some great new features allowing people to moderate a meeting by giving the microphone to people and enable or disable the screen function. Therefore, now you can easily have a webinar with Nextcloud Talk. Last but not least is a big change concerning the Office component. With Nextcloud 23, we announced the new Nextcloud Office in collaboration with our partner Collabora. It's going to be a light and a modern way to work with documents.
So there are a lot of news, but of course I know that there are more, but you cannot say for sure in this moment.
That is
Okay,
true.
we will see next year. Also, this year in the 2021, I think there was two major releases that were released, and with a lot of news, and we will talk about that with Pietro Marini in the next speech. There are really interesting features in the Nextcloud 22 about the flowing of the data, and also, but I don't know, I don't want to say too much because people have to look directly and hear directly from Pietro what will happen with these new functionalities. So, Victoria, what to say? Thank you very much for your time that you dedicated to Open Source Week. Also, last year we talked about Bjorn from Nextcloud directly, and I hope next year we will talk with you or some colleague about a new Nextcloud that is more shared in Europe, because we need really digital sovereignty, and I think this is a way to obtain it.
Yes, I hope so too. Let's work on this together.
Yes. Thank you very much, and
Thank
see
you.
you soon.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.